Good morning. Feeling tired today. It feels like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Feeling very tired. Let's go ahead and open up the Word, and we'll read a little narrative from Genesis as we have been doing. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Okay. Surah 35, line 32. Surah 35, line 32. Then we have given the book for inheritance to such of our servants as we have chosen. But there are among them some who wrong their own souls, some who follow a middle course, and some who are, by Allah's leave, foremost in good deeds. That is the highest grace. Okay. That is sounding familiar to what we have read before. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Sorry, it's taking a little longer for the Wi-Fi to wake up this morning. Looking in the book. Goodness gracious, you guys. It's giving me a moment where I can't type the thing. Just disappears. I'll let it catch up. For inheritance to such of our servants as we have chosen. But there are among them some who wrong their own souls, some who follow a middle course, and some who are, by Allah's leave, foremost in good deeds. That is the highest grace. Sorry, I'm going to let you sit for just a second. Give me one moment. apologize. I have to take a little phone call with the hubby, but in any case, let us finish what we were talking about. Very straightforward. So there are servants who have a book to read. There's a group of them who wrong their own souls. And there are some who follow a middle course. And there are some who, by Allah's leave, are foremost in good deeds. That was it, foremost. Yes, so honestly, I think a lot of times we can fall into all three categories. Let's hope that there's one category heavier than the other in good deeds versus bad deeds. But yes, just because somebody is religious or what have you does not mean that they are perfect. It also does not mean that they have a clean or perfect soul. Everybody makes mistakes. I think that I was feeling tested last night just trying to read on my own. I wanted to come on here and read, but I was just feeling so down in the dumps and so miserable, if you will, that I was just, wanting a message for myself. But I was being tested and I was getting verses that were just making me like more upset or confused or, questioning, which is not usually the case, but I think it had something to do with just my overall energy and how I just was not feeling good. But anyways, we love to all think of ourselves, especially those who are given the book to share, we would love to all think of ourselves as the ones foremost in good deeds. But I think there are certain times where we can definitely fall into the other categories, even if we want to be in the other category. So it's good to be, observant of this fact, right? And not kid yourselves, but also to just, do your very, very best to be in the third category. Be foremost in good deeds. That is, above all, what is required. So, yep, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. Straightforward. Again, there's really not a lot of hidden, unusual truths within these words. They're pretty cut and dry, and pretty much just there's one way to look at it. Of course, there's a few other ways that you can perceive things, but most of the time, especially the words that we read here in the morning, are pretty much straightforward, unless we're talking about some kind of narrative or something that we have to decode a little bit. Again, pretty straightforward, and we'll go into Genesis, which will be more straightforward narrative. No hidden mysteries, right? They're all things that we've heard before. So let's go ahead and get into that as well.